I'm Dayton Keene with Troop 2880 and here to talk about our shooting weekend that we've been doing here for a couple years. I'd like to thank Nottoway Wildlife Association for having us out there to shoot. And it's a lot of fun to go out there and shoot clay targets with the shotguns and shoot at targets with the rifles. But it's a requirement to be safe, otherwise we can't have all this fun that we're going to have. So some of our safety rules are: don't touch the firearm until you are instructed to do so by an adult. This just prevents accidents from happening. Don't want people running around with guns. Don't load the gun until told to do so. This also prevents people from getting shot. Keep the firearms pointed in a safe direction. Once again, you don't want people to get shot.
Downrange?
Downrange, up in the air, at the ground. Don't point it at anything you don't mind being destroyed. Keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot. Once again, in theory, the gun will not go off unless the trigger is pulled. Then again, there are those times. Wear your eye protection and ear protection at all times. Can keep you from getting injuries to the eyes and hearing damage.
Right, on the range, the guys may hear the words "cease fire." Range master may yell that out, "Cease fire," or actually anybody on the range can yell "cease fire." What does that mean?
That means stop what you're doing. Keep your firearm controlled and pointed in a safe direction until the situation is evaluated and controlled, and at which point you will be instructed that you can return firing. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. They're all out there to help you. We want you to have fun, but we want you to be safe at the same time.
So what was that you were holding there?
This is a clay target that will be thrown out of a thrower, and this is what you shoot at. It'll be thrown out of trap house. You stand and you're ready to shoot it, and when you're ready, you yell "pull," and the target will fly out of the trap house, and hopefully you will shoot it.
All right, let's see Caleb's target. All right. You talk.
Alright, well, we're going to show this video here where the bird comes out of the trap house when Caleb calls pull. He's going to get the shotgun with the bird, fire, and he's going to break the bird about mid-screen.
That's all we need.
I'm Dayton Keene with Troop 2880. These are just a few of our safety requirements before we move to the firing line. First, we're going to start with our eye protection. Protect your eyes in case something flies back while you're shooting. Next, safety precaution, ear protection, earplugs or muffs. Put them in your ears,
Okay.
over your ears. Next, we're not going to touch a gun until we're told to do so by an adult. You want to say so?
Yeah, when you do pick them up, what are you going to do? If they're not, that one's not already open. I don't have any idea if that's loaded or not.
You're going to make sure the gun's on safe. So, that would be fire. That would be safe.
So fire is showing the red. Red means they can burn you. Okay, I get it. All right, so I don't know if that one's
We're
loaded.
also going to open the action,
Okay.
look to see if the gun's clear, and also be able to show that the gun is clear.
All right, so if you just finished shooting, you're going to put that one back. Are you going to leave that action open or close it?
We're going to leave the action open.
So that whenever somebody walks up, they can see. So what's that one?
This is a single shot break open shotgun.
So there's no way to tell if that's loaded now, right?
There's no way to tell. You're gonna open the action, show that it's clear.
Ah, okay.
Look, it's clear.
All right. All right, what I've got here is actually a tripod stick with the camera mounted to it to kind of give you an idea of what it would be, what I want you to do looking down the gun barrel. I don't want you looking way down at it where you can see a whole lot of the barrel. Just want you to look at the top of it, where whatever you point it at, you can have it sitting on top of the barrel. But also know when you're going to shoot at clay targets and try to break them, it's not a rifle. You don't aim it and pull the trigger. You touch your target with the barrel as the barrel's moving. So in trap, you're going to have what amounts to a giant doghouse in front of you that the targets are going to come out of. And it has a thrower inside that our puller will push the button and make the target come out. Our target thrower today is Dayton. So what I'm going to demonstrate is kind of what a shot to the right will look like. Dayton, when I yell pull, give me one softly to the right. Pull. All right, give me another one. Pull. Pull.
So with a rifle, you have a single projectile. You have to be somewhat or very precise when you're aiming. With a shotgun, you have a large number of projectiles, and you need to get close and maybe a little further on the side that it's traveling to.
Okay, that makes sense. So they don't have to aim the gun, they just have to touch them together. Soft pistol away. I don't want to tell you the difference, and why you only have to be close to the target, and why we don't aim it like a rifle. By the way, this is not a gun. This is just a bar that this camera's mounted on. All right.
All right. So the difference between a shotgun and a rifle is the projectile. In a rifle, you have a single projectile that spins as it exits the barrel. In a shotgun, you have multiple projectiles that fly out of the barrel to hopefully hit your target.
Do that again.
Doesn't keep a pattern.
All right, what we're going to do here is simulate the firing line. We've got some shooters here, and another shooter, and when you come to camp, when we safely get the guns out, they're going to be laid up against in a rack to where you go get them when you're told to, if you're the next shooter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let Dayton pick each gun up, tell you a little bit about it. He's going to show me that it's safe, and then we're going to hand it off to one of our shooters. Okay? Go ahead and pick one up.
This is a single shot break open shotgun.
How do I know it's empty?
The other way.
Ah, I can see there's nothing in it. Okay, cool.
Or this one.
Alright, so Sid's going to turn and walk to the line. Watching very carefully that her gun's never ever pointed at anybody. Alright, what do you got next?
A pump action shotgun.
What do you mean pump action? What does that mean?
Clear.
Okay.
The action moves.
Okay. So after you shoot it one time, what do you have to do? To load the next one.
Back.
Okay, and it's empty? Alright, hand that one off and somebody else can move to the line.
Give it to mine.
So she's pointed hers down at the ground. And move up to the line. What do you got there?
Semi-automatic shotgun. When it's fired, it's clear.
So we're only going to use one shell at a time. So every time they shoot, it's going to show them what's going to happen? It's going to lock back like that?
Lock back.
And they'll be able to show me that it's empty? Okay.
Is this my 1187 here?
What?
1187?
Yeah.
Alright, head to the line.
To go up to the firing squad or not.
Alright, what do you got there?
Double barrel break open shotgun. 2 barrels.
Okay.
It's open.
So they're empty. Okay. All right, same thing. Has a single barrel, single shot. All right, so if y'all spread out just a little bit, there'll actually be, that's far enough, that's far enough. There'll actually be 5 of them on the line at once. And whoever is running that show, you'll have one range master, and he's going to be in charge of everything. There's several ways to hold your gun. Everybody's got them in a safe position. Straight up is okay. Down at the ground in front of you is okay. That guy there doesn't really know what he's not sure what he's doing, and that's okay as long as he keeps that gun pointed in a safe direction. If I see him doing something unsafe, I'm going to ask him to stop. If you see him doing something unsafe, you're allowed to ask him to stop. We're really going to go by the command of whoever's up here running this.
Take it off your foot.
That's a good example. We're not going to do that. We're not going to put it on our foot. Even though we don't want to scratch some of these nice guns, we're never going to rest it on our foot. Because if we make a mistake and it's loaded, something happens, we blow our foot off. We make a mistake here and we kick up a little dirt. Not a big deal. So what will happen is if I was the range master, I'd come to this first person, I'd say, are you ready to shoot?
Yes.
Okay, and we're not going to load a gun here because we're not in a safe place to shoot. But I would make sure that she has the correct shell, and I would place it in there for her, and she would close that action, pull it forward, and she would go ahead and mount her gun up. And whenever she's ready, I would say, on your command, you're ready to go.
Okay.
Go ahead and say pull.
Pull.
And when that target came out, she would follow it, and when her barrel touched that target, she'd pull the trigger. And after she shot, she'd pull that shotgun back. Since she didn't shoot, it's a little different. Pull it back now. She showed me that it's empty, and she put it back down in a safe position. And I moved to this next person, who's closed her gun already. Open that open. Going to show me that it was never loaded until I got here. I'll give her the correct shell, or she'll have it in her pocket. And she'll load that shell and close her gun up. Just close, slam it shut. Put it to your shoulder. And if you were ready, you'd say pull whenever you're ready. Go ahead.
Pull.
And she'd touch her target to that shell and pull it. Then she'd show me that she's done shooting. She'd open it back up. Sometimes that shell will kick itself out. Sometimes you'll reach down and take it out. And you'll show the range master and everybody else that it's empty and it's safe to move away from you. So what do you got?
12 gauge semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic, meaning if you loaded more than one shell, when he pulled the trigger, it would kick the old one out and load him up a new one. So it is empty. So he's going to simulate loading one shell. Show him exactly what he would do with the shell. Under the bottom. Just push the silver button under the bottom. Get your thumb out of there. There you go. That's silver.
I ain't doing it.
No. It's silver at the bottom, just right here.
I ain't doing it.
There you go. That loaded it. Now take his safety off, and it's his call whenever he's ready.
Okay, pull.
Pull, and he'd follow that target, not looking down the barrel, but looking at the target, and when they touched, bang. All right. When he shot that gun, since there wasn't a second one loaded, it would stay back like that. I'd be able to look down in there and see that it's empty, and he'd return it to a safe position and go to the next shooter. What do you got?
Double barrel break open.
All right, this line we're only shooting one shot, so load one barrel, simulate load one barrel, close it up for me, go ahead and ready, it's your call.
Pull.
He would follow that target, bang when he's ready. All right, good job. Notice, everybody's got on their eye protection. Whether you're up to shoot, or whether you're waiting to shoot and you're watching, or you're hanging out anywhere near the ranges, you're going to keep your eye protection on and your ear protection in. Safety glasses are required. Sunglasses are okay as long as they're safety sunglasses, but your regular cheap sunglasses that are fishing glasses are not good enough. Get a pair of shooting glasses from one of us. Alright, when you go to shooting clay targets, this way is called trap. Right now we'll pretend that this little brick round figure is the trap house, but there'll be a machine inside of an enclosed house that looks like a large dog house. And the cool thing is they always come out and go away from you. But they only come out and go away from you in a cone. They're never hard to the right or hard to the left. Show me about what they can expect, Aiden. There will be one to the right, or the center, or out to the left a little bit. Alright, so if you're brand new to shooting a shotgun and at clay targets, hopefully what we'll do is we'll put some more experienced shooters up first. We'll go 5 at a time. And you'll move up with your eyeglasses, your safety glasses on, and your hearing protection in, and you'll watch what they do. And you'll get a lot of chances to watch these clay targets and how they move and where you would shoot if you imagine that you're the shooter. And remember that you don't have to shoot if it's not right. We'll throw another one for you. All right, Dayton, give me a right, center, and a left on my call. Nice and low so I can see them in this color. Pull. Bang. Pull. Bang. Pull. Bang. So don't feel intimidated. If the barrel's not touching that target, don't shoot. You can follow it and follow it and follow it, and when it is touching the target, pull the trigger. All right, you got some more? Give me one to the right. Pull. Bang. To the right again. Pull. Bang. 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 You don't have to shoot them quick. Don't wait forever, but as soon as they touch together, pull the trigger. Standing right behind me, so I want you to throw with the red shed. I'm going to show you what one kind of going away from you. Now, just like a football quarterback, if his receiver's running across the field, you got to throw a little bit in front of him to get it to hit him while he's still running. If he's running straight away from you, you have to throw it a little bit over his head. So after you get over the intimidation of watching how fast that target is, pay attention to the clay and see that it's probably going to still be rising, and you want to shoot the top of it because that's where it's going. Give me a throw, Dayton. Pull. Bang. All right, pull. I'm having trouble seeing that. Throw a little lower. Pull. There we go. Bang. Pull. Bang. So don't be intimidated. You do not have to shoot. Even if I'm screaming at you to shoot, if the barrel's not nearly touching the target, save your shell for the next one. We'll throw another one for you. All right, Dayton, give me one more. Going away and pull. Bang. Anytime the barrel touches that target, you've got a really good chance of hitting it. And once you get good at that, if you shoot just to the front edge or whichever way it's going, if it's going to the right, shoot the front edge on the right. If it's going to the left, shoot the very front of the left side. If it's going straight away from you, try to shoot the top of the bird. It's really intimidating until you watch the other people do it. So whenever you're on the line or if you're behind the line, every time somebody calls pull, watch their target and imagine yourself shooting that clay. Even if you want to put your fingers up and follow it, where would you shoot? Here we're going to talk a little bit about your shotgun shells. What do you got?
So we have an array of different size shotgun shells, ranging from 410 to 12.
We'll hold them up, show them to
All
you.
those are different?
No, one at a time. 410.
No, leave them aside. So that red one, second red one, and that yellow one look pretty close, and the yellow one and that one look pretty close. How do you know what they are?
The way to tell, if you look at the metal end, and there will be numbers stamped.
Okay, I see 12. I see 16. I see a 20. I see a 28. And if you look real close, that's a 410. Okay, let me see them back in line again. Okay. So this gun he's got right here, what will it shoot?
This is a 12 gauge shotgun. If I can find the marking. Where is their marking?
That's okay. We know that's a 12 gauge. It happens to be really old. Is that all it'll shoot is 12?
Yeah.
Won't those other ones fit?
They may fit. Start with a 410. Drop it in.
It came out the other end. What about the others?
Next we have a 28.
Right, is it pretty sloppy fit there? I mean, is it waddling around? Okay, that's obviously not right. But what happens if you drop it in? It came out too?
Yep.
Okay, that's all right. What is this one?
Next we have the 20.
Okay.
Won't come out.
Still
Okay.
fairly sloppy.
it didn't come out. All right, that is the worst possible scenario. It's to have that lodged in the barrel. And now what would happen? Will the 12 go in? The real one that's supposed to be in it? The 12 will go right in it. And he could close that gun. I'm not going to let him because we'd have a dangerous bomb. But if somebody made that mistake and next loads a 12, close the gun, the 12 will shoot, and the shot that goes out fires the 20 that's lodged right here, and the gun blows up.
Or stops at the 20.
So we want to be very, very careful that we never ever use the wrong gauge.
Don't do this either.
Somebody's going to show you and help you and tell you what gauge gun you got when you move to the line, and they're going to make sure that you got that gauge of shotgun shell and only that gauge of shotgun shell. So what do you got left?
We got 16 gauge.
16. What does that do if you go in there? That'll disappear too. All right, see that? That's horrible. Drop the 12 on top of it. Now if we could get that gun to close and fire that, you got a good chance of being hurt or killed. So let's get that out of there. That's really, really extremely unsafe.
Nor is that very safe either.
Okay, so the point of this is your gun that you're holding is one gauge. And you may have different, we've got some smaller ones for some of the smaller guys or some of us that like to shoot a lighter gauge, smaller gauge. But yours only shoots the shells that are made for it. Make sure you've got the right ones, and we're going to load them one at a time. And show us the fit of a 12 in that. It just fit right there nice and snug. Go ahead and close that up. It should close with no problem. It should open with no problem. If it disappears out of your sight, it's bad. If it won't go all the way in, it's bad. Just stop what you're doing, leave your gun in a safe direction, and ask for help. Thank you, guys.